Hello everyone, my name's Sustainy. My pronouns are she, her. I'm a variety streamer, artist, and voice actress. And we are checking out Greenhearth Necromancer's demo. Let me pop into the options, because I do always have to turn the volume down. Every time. Greenhearth Necromancer is a cozy game about bringing dead plants back to life. Oh, it's also got accessibility options. Oh, you can adjust the text size. All right. It does sound very cozy. Look at our cute little witch. I love them. Makes me think of that YouTube shorts about the apartment complex wizard and his neighbor. I'm not familiar with that. Yeah, really need to normalize 50 if possible. They're so cute. What is a good witchy name for them? Put in Discord, it's really good. I'll have to check it out after stream. We're gonna go with a plant name. We're gonna be Clover. The Greenhearth Co-op would like to extend our most heartfelt condolences on the passing of your grandmother, Rose. She was a green witch with unparalleled power and a healer of both body and spirit. She'll be greatly missed. For your grandmother's wishes, you have been approved to take immediate possession of her apartment. We look forward to welcoming you to our community. You'd crumpled the letter and left it in your dorm when you graduated. You couldn't turn down the invitation to take over your grandmother's rent-controlled apartment. There's not a lot of work for a newly graduated necromancer after all. Your grandmother had always been a constant in your life, taking you in every summer when your parents worked. Under the boughs of her beautiful garden, she tried to teach you how to listen to the plants and hear the hum of magic that connects every living thing. Your magical talents, however, lay elsewhere. You were just a teenager when you left for necromancy school. One day, you thought you would make even one of the most powerful green witches in the world proud to have a necromancer for a grandchild. You took for granted that your grandmother would always be here. You returned to find Rose gone, and her once green balcony garden has withered away, the air dense with the energy released by dying things. There's no salvaging any of these plants. You feel a stab of grief and anger. Then, you eye the humbling mountains of your own possessions and decide you'd rather tackle literally anything else, even if it requires a necromancer to garden. Nesting. You kick open the compost box in the corner and start dumping the brittle brown plants into it. As a necromancer, you're no stranger to death. Your magic is powered by energy pulled from the dead, and you feel the lingering spirit of these plants on the edges of your senses. But before you can shove more dirt... My brain is not braining. But before you can shove more than a couple in the compost, the dirt itself shudders and clambers up from the box, folding itself up over the lip, with two mounds crossed like arms. Aw, you're so cute. A small green shoot spirals up from the plant detritus, growing and curling until it forms a broad leaf. A form begins to take shape from the compost, a round head with two beady beetle shell eyes, and as you watch, a mouth that splits into something you swear is a smile. Jeez! Jeez, I'm not rasping. I'm sorry, that's gonna destroy my voice. The dirt creature rasps. One of its arm brushes off some dead leaves. You take a little nap and there goes the neighborhood. You get the strangest feeling that the dirt is looking at you. Hey, you're Rose's grandkid, ain't you? You're so cute and a little stinky. I don't get no respect, the compost heap exclaims. You just treat me like dirt, why don't you? It pauses as if waiting for laughter. Get it? No, it's funny. You see, because I'm made of dirt. The pile of animated compost seems to laugh at its own joke. I'm a familiar, kid. Rose's familiar specifically. She named me Compostifer. You frown. You don't remember your grandmother having a familiar, but then you hadn't spoken to her much in the years since you went to necromancy school. His voice softens, and the leaf wilts a little. I'm guessing, because you're standing here, that means your grandmother shuffled off the mortal coil, and I'm all that's left of her. Sound about right? You nod, and the creature, Compostifer, sludges back a little into the compost box, quiet. All living things eventually die. Plants, humans, even me, one day. That's the way of things. It gathers itself, stretching towards you. But death isn't the end. Dead plants help the living ones, and for now, you and me are alive. Between the two of us, we can get this garden going again. But I'm a necromancer, not a green witch. Yeah, Rose said you'd probably say that, Compostifer hums. But it doesn't take a green witch to grow a garden. It just takes a little care, a lot of knowledge, the right conditions, and a bit of heart. Listen, I am also a necromancer when it comes to plants, in that I kill plants. It loops its pseudopod-like arms back over the edge of the bin. Look, kid, I know growing things isn't your whole deal. You got a black thumb. Things tend to die when you're around. I get that more than anyone. It tilts its head. But Rose believed you could be a great gardener one day because you were a necromancer. No one's ever accused you of being a good gardener. Even your grandmother had trouble understanding you, especially when you wanted to go to a weirdo school for necromancers instead of learning a more marketable skill at her alma mater. You could have been a mortician or a spirit medium. Instead, you spent years in the middle of nowhere communing with the dead and learning their magic. Keeping things alive was the last thing you would have learned at school. Your studies were focused more on... keeping the balance of life, death, and the undying. Pestilence and decay as a part of life. Definitely not that one. Embracing the unpredictability of magic fueled by death. I think this one. Balance is interesting. As a student of the College of Cyclical Necromancy, you learn to appreciate the equal importance of life and death. For a necromancer, this often meant presiding over deaths. Some by your own hand, but more often death came naturally in the harsh, natural environment around your school. Being fully present for that sacred transition gave you access to its power, allowing you to temporarily tether it to another vessel and create undead. Life to death and death to undeath, lingering until power fades, as it always must. Yes, that's what I studied. You're not a powerful green witch like your grandmother. In fact, you failed necromantic botany twice. Once on purpose because it reminded you too much of her. Second time was by accident. You cautiously touch one of your remaining dead plants, and you feel that shimmering pull of the power inside it, the energy of death. Maybe it's time to dust off that spellbook and try to revivify one of Rose's old plants to give it new unlife. Okay. Oh, they have a cost. It looks like it's energy. Raise a plant from the dead. This spell is enhanced by the presence of dead plants. Target must be dead plant. Duration instant. Revivify target with 50% HP. Okay. On this baby. It's alive! It's something. Welcome back, my undead beauty. Black thumb, even undead plants need water. Okay, how do I... Okay, watering can. Boop. And we're gonna fertilize or give it plant food or whatever. We pick up the plant and put it in new pot. This beautiful plant. Even with undead plants, you feel a little lost. How much water do they need? How much sunlight? Sure, you could just revive them when they die again and again and again, but your grandmother would have known exactly what to do. You start searching the balcony for a place to jot down notes, and your eyes land on a notebook with a sticker you recognize. It's Zygax the Deathmaxer, the villain from a cartoon you used to watch. This is your old notebook. You pull it out and laugh at your crude, prepubescent scrawl on the cover, ostentatiously declaring it the Codex of Doom! You remember buying and decorating it, intending to use it for writing all of your secret thoughts. Not the Deathmaxer, the very same! Your parents traveled for work often, which is why you spent so much time with your grandmother. You didn't really have a lot of friends you could talk to, and this book was supposed to be your outlet. Like most things, though, you lost interest in it just after a few entries. Mood. However, it's not what you see when you flip through its pages. The once empty book is filled with notes, written in your grandmother's tidy handwriting and decorated with whimsical stickers. Aw, our grandmother was the best. Pages upon pages of notes about plants, watering schedules, growth patterns, and spell brainstorming. There's way more here than you can read in one sitting. Your grandmother must have used this notebook for her own research. She could have chosen any notebook. Why did she choose the one that reflected the weird kid you used to be? You're grateful for all this research, though. What a great way to start learning about your new undead friends. Okay. Gardening. Happy plants flourish and grow, while unhappy plants struggle and die. Mood. Okay, let's find your something. So we want to find where it's happiest, and it looks like it's here. Yay! Good plant. Who's at the door? You're jolted out of your research by a chipper knock at the door. Resentful at the loss of focus, you answer the door in a huff. Standing at the door is a woman in her mid-30s or so, radiating the calm yet eccentric charm of a high school art teacher. She has a potted plant under one arm and extends the other to you with a bright smile. Hello, neighbor. You must be Clover. I just wanted to stop by on your first day and welcome you to the co-op. She shakes your hand. Her hand is warm and soft, and her nails are painted yellow. I'm Laurel. When I moved in a few years ago, your grandmother took me under her wing. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. She talked about you all the time. Her smile turns a little thoughtful. When she learned she was sick, I had the honor of helping her make arrangements and prepare for moving on. That's my calling. I'm a death doula. This game is very cool. What kind of arrangements? Laurel gestures to the apartment. As a necromancer, I'm sure you can appreciate that dying is not the end of someone's story. I worked with Rose to settle her legal affairs, such as the transfer of the apartment to you. I help with cleaning, organizing, donating, contacting people, and ensuring someone's final wishes are respected. She drums her nails against the pot in her arms, and if they want it, I help family and friends understand and come to terms with those wishes. So I wanted to bring you something that Rose did want you to have, and offer my support as you navigate your grief. I'm not grieving, you're grieving. Thanks for being here for her. I wish I had been. It was important to her that you continued your studies, Laurel replies. I know it's not easy to hear. Part of my job is helping people understand their loved one's last wishes. She offers you the plant. It's heavier than it looks, and it makes the hair on the back of your arm stand on end from proximity to the sheer potential fizzing in it. She chose this one especially for you. I think it may be one of her more forgiving ones. Just try your best. That's all she wanted you to do. Okay, we got a plant. It wants to be right here. And we are going to prune this guy. You don't need to water this guy? No, we're still tutorializing. Oh, it's technically in 3D. That's kind of cool. Pick your favorite and then tell me the others. Hold on. These are going by too fast. I wish I could actually, I wish they would stay on screen until I X'd out of them. Once a plant has been revived, something. Okay, so we're gonna revive a plant. Revive a plant. Let's see. Nymph's Foot, Gold Horde, or Pewter Gorgon. That sounds rad. Click on agenda, maybe? No? What do you want me to do now? Once a plant has been revived, you can click it and then use the button to compost it. Oh. Wait, I killed it? I didn't want to I wanted to keep it. He's gone now. But I wanted that plant. I guess we're composting all of these things. This time, when you hear the chipper knock on the door, you know to expect Laurel on the other side. How are you settling in? She asks. You shrug, and she laughs. Oh, that's to be expected. Moving is difficult at the best of times, and the times, well, they could be better, right? She steps back and tilts her head down the hallway. I was thinking I could show you around, just a little walk around the co-op. It's a beautiful building, really, a mix of mid-century occult revival and brutalism. Oh, I've lost you, haven't I? She laughs, and you realize you'd stopped listening at the prospect of leaving the apartment. Come on, I promise you'll get something out of it. She points out a few more things about the architecture as you wander down the hallway to the stairwell, across the skyway, and onto the roof of the other building you can see from your patio. Apparently your grandmother had taken an interest in the building's development and the formation of the co-op in her later years, which she shared with Laurel. It sounds a little superstitious, like the repetition of groups of 5 and the architect's insistence on having a fire pit built into the roof. I'm not a witch myself, but I have a magical practice of a sort, Laurel explains, as she holds open the door to the rooftop garden. I think there's magic in everything we do, how we speak to others, how we care for ourselves. And the way we treat our environment, the energy you put into the world is what you get back from it. So now we have something that looks like it's gonna... I mean, I don't want to pick this one, but I like the moon symbol, so I'm gonna pick it. Laurel's smile is appraising, a little challenging. Like she's a seagull trying to find the best way into your shell. You're a tough cookie, I can see that, she says lightly. Maybe you don't believe me, but to me that's a kind of intention as well. If you act reserved or aloof, that's the energy you're putting into the world. You follow her out onto the rooftop garden. There are raised beds in in various stages of flowering, a shed for communal tools, and a few silent beehives. Your grandmother had those installed, Laurel says, pointing to them. No one was able to care for the bees when she got sick, so we had the hives relocated. She waves to one of your fellow residents, working away at one garden bed. Good morning, Miss Chen. That kale is looking beautiful. She looks to you, eyebrows raised, inviting you to put your energy out there. We're not sunny. I don't think this is appropriate for us. We could do double moon, but I kind of like, one of these are very good. I kind of want to go all moon and see what happens. Your neighbor waves back. Laurel continues on through the garden with you trailing after her. You'll make friends in your own time, she says encouragingly. You emerge from the greenery of the garden to the patio area. There are a few scattered plastic chairs as well as the central fire pit. You can see it from your window, but close, you can see the plastic wrappers and cigarette butts that have accumulated in it. Laurel stops and looks over the common green space below. You can see people lounging in the sun and walking across the bodega and the community center. You don't have to be friends with everyone, she says. You don't even have to like everyone. But you'll form relationships with them, good or bad, whatever you do, so you may as well do it on purpose. I'm not really interested in making friends with random strangers. Laurel smiles wryly. Everyone's a stranger at first, she says, nudging your arm with an elbow. I know it's easy to put up walls, but you could try, even if it doesn't feel natural at first. You can be full of energy one day and tired the next, warm with people some of the time, cold with others. That doesn't mean that you have different personalities, it just means you're human. Oh, that's funny. In a way, I feel like that's talking to me, the player, and saying, you don't have to pick all the moon options, it's okay. She pulls off one of her bracelets and ties it around your wrist. If you're consistent with your words and actions, you can channel that energy into the real world. Take this, for example. While we've been talking, I've been charging it with a little magic of my own. Go ahead and see what it does to your plants at home. I think you'll be surprised how powerful the effects can be. She turns back to look down the courtyard. I get the feeling this is a big step for you. It must be overwhelming. Moving from the wilderness to the big city, surrounded by people. Am I warm? You nod. There's community here when you're ready to be a part of it. Laurel continues. If you ever feel isolated or disorganized or like you never say the right thing, just remember that people will still show up for you. Laurel walks you most of the way back to your apartment after that, keeping the conversation light. Her bracelet clinks against your palm as you walk. She wasn't kidding. You can feel the magic in the item. You wonder what effect it'll have if you wrap it around one of your plants. You have a ton of little trinkets like this packed away. You resolve to pay attention to the energy you put into the world from now on and see how they manifest in this kind of magic. Ooh, got a lion's head charm. Fallow, whatever that means. Cool. Ooh. Play. Door knock play. Nesting play. Nesting play. Errand play. Nesting. I'm confused. Yes. Oh, you're right. You know what? I recognized it as a farming term. I was wondering what it meant here. But yeah, I think it's like, I think you're absolutely right. We are allowing ourselves to be fallow so we can rest and recover. I think that's effect on play and effect on discard. I think so. But this is interesting. That we have this, which is just nesting. It just exists. And then we have this that we can only play, but we cannot discard. And I'm guessing because they are yellow, they cannot be discarded. I would like a seedling. Can I? Now let's discard this. We got a seedling. Where do you want to live, little seedling? Well, we don't have a perfect pot for you, it looks like. Oh, this one, actually. Go right here. Oh, it's alive! What the heck? This one, I think we're gonna play because I would like to get the energy. Graduating, moving into a new apartment, and handling the death of a loved one all have one thing in common: paperwork. You've been letting it pile up, not to mention all the regular paperwork that goes into being a fully functional adult. You should probably deal with at least one of those things. You hype up for it by telling yourself that the hardest part is starting. Let's just do it. Diligently do the paperwork. It's just work. You literally just graduated from necromancy school. Bank paperwork has nothing on a spell book, and you've got the ability to power through boring busy work on lock. Your fingers have paper cuts and your hands hurt by the time you're done, but at least you get all the way through the stack of unanswered letters. You even make a few phone calls. It's tiresome, but at least it's done. For now, at least. Okay. Let's revive. What? Wait. Oh, okay. Ringing Anchor. When another plant in a section would contract a contagion, this plant contracts it instead. Must be an undead plant. Duration is 30 minutes. Target gains status pest attractor for the spell's duration. Target gains status fungi attractor for the spell's duration. Interesting. Yeah, I'm very intrigued by it. Let's see. We can't do any of these because we don't have any bark yet. Refreshing Guzzle. If overwatered, drain a plant's water reserve to grant it a temporary surge of euphoria. Must be a dead plant, must be overwatered. Duration is 30 minutes. Increase happiness by 2 on target for spell's duration. Decrease humidity level by 1 and decrease water by 3. I think we're going to just revivify some dead plants. Oh, look at this happy little guy! Cute. Okay, let's we got tools. We should probably water you. Oh, it's been overwatered. Well, shit. Hold on. I have a spell for that. What a happy little guy. You're gonna be fine. Okay, we can go to care. And we can see where it wants to be. Okay. Not you. This is gonna need water soon. Oh, you can rename the plants too. That's very cute. Where's the... We got vibes? Oh, we don't have vibes yet. We could move you. Where do you want to be? We don't know how much sun you want, but you'd be happier, I think, here. How are you doing? You are fine. I'm just gonna let you vibe. Oh, right, this is another living plant that we have. You are also fine. Okay, you could definitely use water. technically it's overwatered, but I couldn't do anything about that. Because this water was like almost empty. How do I like half water it? Maybe I just need to find a pot where it would be happier? It could just be that the pot has too much water in it. It really wants to be in this pot, but that pot is being used. Yeah, there isn't really a better place to put it right now, unfortunately. It's just gonna have to be close enough. I'm gonna ignore the door. Give me energy. You hear a groan from the compost box. The lid slides open and Compostifer's head pops out. It's hard to tell, but it looks fuller somehow. Like it's just woken from a big post-turkey dinner nap. It makes a big show of yawning and lounging against the wall of the container. Rose really knew how to grow them, it sighs. And you're no slouch either, undead plants. Who would have thought? Its soil sort of scrunches up, wincing. Feels like we got a live one, it mutters. You catch you watch as a small green insect crawls out of the soil, then buzzes away in irritation. Did that come from me? Compostifer wonders, looking at itself. Wait, must have been one of the plants you just fed me. Did any of your little plant friends have pest infestations? Oh no, I'm so sorry. Don't worry about it, Compostifer replies, rubbing itself against the box. If it makes you feel itchy to watch, it makes you feel itchy to watch. I love bugs. I'm full of them. They pre-chew my food, but I don't think your plants appreciate them, at least not without a little magic. You examine your plants and sure enough, you spot green bugs swarming all over one of them. No! The plant droops, like its happiness is literally being drained away. You describe them to Compostifer, who perks up. Those are aphids, it exclaims. Your grandmother knew how to deal with the little buggers. There's a book around here somewhere where she kept all of her recipes. You look around the patio for the right book. You find it in one of the drawers of the gardening bench. A small binder for index cards. It looks like you should find a recipe for apple pie inside it, but on the front is written Brewer's Compendium. Grandma did always know her way around a cauldron. She was a real witch among witches, Compostifer agrees, and I'm not just saying that because she created me. You flip through the book. It's not just pesticides, but also fertilizers and a few different kinds of potions. You're not sure if they'll work the same if they're powered by necromancy, but that doesn't mean you can't add to it. It is your family recipe book after all. That means it's yours now. She was always scribbling in her books, Compostifer reminisces. You can't just use any old pesticide on any old pest, you know. There's oil, vinegar, mint, even heat. Some work better than others, and some don't work at all. And then there's fungi and diseases to deal with too. I hope this works. You got this, Compostifer encourages. You look through your grandmother's journal and cross-reference with the recipe book. Compostifer's right. Different pests are weak against different types of pesticide, and you'll have to spend some time researching to figure that all out. However, it looks like horticultural oil, whatever that is, works a little bit against everything. That'll have to be good enough place to start until you can do more research. Time to grab the recipe book. It looks like it'll take a little while to brew. You should get started now and just hope that the infestation doesn't spread. I got rooting fertilizer. Heck yeah. Okay, what do we got going on? You need to be pruned. Let's prune you. More? Okay, you're all done. Who's a happy plant? This plant is alive! Huzzah. I'll need water soon. But I'm not quite sure. The watering is confusing me. I think I have to wait until it drops to... I don't know, because it feels like when I water it, it fills it all the way up and then the plant gets mad. This plant has pests on it. No, it's got the aphids. Okay. Okay, let's brew some horticultural oil. Let's get that started. Fertilizer, pesticide, potions, death's draft rather. Apply it to a plant to kill it instantly. Rude. Lines and charm. Can I see what it does, or do I just put it on something? Oh, what are you? Oh, you need to be pruned. Okay, buddy. What happens if we charm you? This plant has an active charm. I have no idea what it does. Warm light on all the plants in this section. Okay. Do I want that? What does that mean? I don't understand. Like, has no water, but it's overwatered? I don't get it. How are you doing? You need water. Here you go. Don't be overwatered. Okay, it's not overwatered. Let's see. Okay, and then it's just a time. Oh, guy. Let's prune you. Try to keep you as happy as possible. And then hopefully we can deal with your pesticide issues soon. Alright, how are my plants looking? You need pruned again. That one is just unhappy and full of water. Oh, I see. This is time until it ticks down. Okay, so it'll stop being overwatered when it's here. Okay. Okay, that's making a lot more sense now. Okay, yeah, let's answer the door. You open your apartment door and are transported to a white featureless room. Oh no! No, it's just very bright all of a sudden. You blink away the dark spots burned into your retinas and shield your eyes, squinting until the bright light resolves into the silhouette of a person. She is so cute! I love her style. Well, hello, sunshine, the silhouette exclaims. I'm Demeter Cosmo, and I just wanted to stop by and welcome you to the building. Here you go, this is for you. A pie is thrust into your waiting hands. Okay, she's an absolute cutie and she brought pie. Hi, welcome. Can you stay forever? It looks absolutely gorgeous, like a cartoon pie. The lattice top is browned and sugared, the fruit filling glossy and still warm. You almost expect to see aroma lines wafting up from it. Yeah, I'm gonna be sunny here. Wow, did you make this? I sure did, Demeter replies. I bake when I'm happy, and when I'm stressed, and when I'm angry. Well, pretty much I bake all the time. Actually, it's just a practice and maybe a bit of magic. They laugh. Well, not real magic, but baking's a little like magic, I think. After some more blinking, you finally get a good look at Demeter and the rest of the gear they brought. A ring light, camera, tripod, a teeny tiny little microphone. I'm sure you're wondering what all this is. It's for my channel. I make videos about modern homesteading and gardening, urban foraging, and slow living. And I was hoping I could do a little feature on the building's newest resident, you. They brandish the microphone at you. Don't worry, I'll edit it to make you look fantastic, Lovebug. They're so cute. So, they pause, presumably for easy editing later. Welcome to the building. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? I'm new here, and I'm a necromancer? Demeter grins at the camera. You heard it here, friends. Greenhearth Co-op is now home to a real bona fide necromancer. Isn't that incredible? They turn back to you, stars in their eyes. I'm just so excited to meet a necromancer in person. I have so many questions. But just one to start off with. I'm just dying to know, pun fully intended, what made you choose Greenhearth for your ooky spooky necromantic home base? Well, my grandmother died here, so there's that. Demeter looks like they've been slapped by a fish. Whatever their sources told them, clearly the information about your grandmother didn't finish downloading. Oh, we're all so sorry to hear that, they falter, gathering up their smile again. They turn back to the camera. We'll check back in for more from our newest friends soon. Thanks for talking to us. They make a heart with their thumb and forefinger. Stay wild, stay real. We'll see you next time. I'm sorry. They turn off the camera and ring light. A ghostly afterimage floats in your field of vision for a few seconds. Thanks for the soundbite, Demeter says, tucking their tiny microphone into a pocket of their dress. I'll send you the link if I use it. It's fine, Crit. I'm sure it's fine. They smile, smaller but more genuine than when they were on camera. Really though, welcome to the building. It'll be really nice to have more young people around. See you. Thanks for the pie. Ooh, enchanted mulch. Heck yeah. Ooh. Bunch of new cards too. Oh, they get added to my deck. I see. Okay. Let's check our plants. This needs pruning. Yes. We still have a minute for the horticultural oil. This guy also needs pruned. And then we got this one. That's just vibing. It don't need nothing. It's just hanging out. Well, let's do an errand then, I guess. Actually, maybe we'll just vibe for about 30 seconds. Contagions, aphids. Tiny sucking insects have infested this plant. Increase the amount of resin gained when pruning by 1 on target for pest duration. But every 5 minutes it loses 1 HP. Lion's Head Charm. Increases the light level by 1 on all plants for the target section for the charm's duration. Increases happiness by 1 on all plants. Okay. Let's get our... Oh, we have it here. Okay. So now... Care. Do we just do this? Do we just keep using it until it goes away? Yep. Look at those blooms. The guy must be pretty happy. Heck yeah. We've cured a plant. Okay, how can we get your health up? You seem unhappy. I don't want to kill you. Water level's a little low, but it's still in the fine range. Yeah, you should be happy. Why are you not happy? Or rather, I guess your health is improving. You're probably fine. You're probably fine. You're just still overwatered. You'll be fine. See those weird glowing things? Oh, like these things? Oh. What about the weird glowing things? I wish the tooltips wouldn't like automatically disappear. Compostifer burbles up out of his little box. Hey, Black Thumb, how's it about a little motivation? Can we do fungi too? I think we just do plants because I think fungi are gonna kill our plants. Set a little goal for yourself and I'll rustle up a reward when you complete it. Spend herbs? Yeah, you should work towards using 50 herbs so you can see what they can do. Herbs are used for a variety of things, especially in rituals and in revealing necromancy. Compostifer grins gleefully. Good luck. I don't know how to spend herbs. Ooh. Oh, we do have bark. Okay, hold on. Let me look at my spells. Because there was... Circle... We can do either one of these now. Surge positive energy through a plant, damaging it but providing a boost to root growth. Must be undead. Increase root points by 10 on target, but it loses 3 HP. Interesting. Wait, what needs water? You? How late are we going? I'm not sure. Probably 1 more hour. See those weird glowing things. What about them? These things? I don't know. What weird glowing things? Oh, you need water. Here you go. Bee swarm. Alright, I think we'll do just a little bit more and then we'll probably do one more demo to finish out the night. I'm not sure what I want to play though. The soft blue glow of a spirit bloom radiates from one of your plants, a necromantic beacon you can feel pulling gently on your senses. It's so incredible. Not only can you revive plants, but they can thrive. You're admiring it when you start to hear a buzzing noise, quiet at first, but steadily growing. You don't see a lot of bees in the city, so you startle as one appears right in front of you, and then another, and another, not flying in, but phasing in. They glow a ghostly blue, the same as the bloom. You watch them bumble sightlessly towards the bloom, mostly unaware of you, except for that last one that breaks from the others and lands on your hand. It's larger than a normal bee, but so light you only feel it as a stirring of air against the tiny hairs on the back of your hand. We are going to stay very still. You keep calm and don't move, hoping it works for spirit bees as well as it does for real ones. You find yourself looking into its fathomless compound eyes. Though you try to tear your gaze away, you feel compelled to keep looking at it, like you're falling into a trance. You screw your eyes shut and shake your head, but when you open them again, you're back in your dorm room at school. Not remembering you're there, you can feel the dry air on your skin, smell the mildewy smell of a semester of laundry. Ew, do your laundry! The bee is gone. You're holding your phone to your ear, your heart leaps into your throat as you hear your grandmother's voice. The reception is poor out here, but you hear now what you couldn't hear then, the weakness in her voice, the way it takes her an extra beat to breathe in before she speaks. Don't worry, she told you, is telling you now again. The doctor said I'm doing very well. Like a medical doctor? Your grandmother keeps talking like she can't hear you. That makes sense. This is just a memory after all. No matter how many times you play it over in your head, and you have, you'll never be able to change that you took her at her word. You stayed. You never got to say goodbye. You took a chance. She took a chance from you by hiding how sick she was, and for what? It's not like there's a lot of work for necromancers. For years, you just wanted to come home and show her everything you learned, show her that you weren't a disappointment for not following in her footsteps. Honey, she knew that. That's why she wanted you to be successful. You just wanted her to be proud of you. And now she's gone. Your cheeks are wet when you come back to the present. The bee is still looking at you, and its gaze feels understanding. It tips its little head at you, antennae bobbing. There must have been some reason you showed me that. The bee buzzes its wings. You hesitate to anthropomorphize the bee, but you already have a talking compost heap, so maybe a bee can smile. Your eyes go to the rest of the swarm. They're paying more attention to the bloom than to you, thankfully. You don't want any guilt trips. You blot your face with the edges of your robe, and when you look up, the bees have faded back out of existence, along with the bloom itself. In their place is a small jar of gooey liquid of the same blue color. Blue honey! You pick it up and study it. It looks like honey, which tracks, you suppose. You'll have to test it out, but you feel something when you hold the jar in your hand. Magical power, of course, but also sadness, the sour tang of guilt, and a little bit of anger, too. It's weirdly gratifying to hold in your hand instead of just your heart. Oh. Blooms can be used in rituals, you know? Something about pruning them. The tooltips disappear too fast. And then make a killer mead. Ah! No! 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 No, you're coming back. I'm not done with you yet. You're carrying your groceries home through the commons when you pass by a man with a stroller. Ah, the new face, he exclaims. I forgot I was going to stop playing this game. I think after this one we'll stop. And then I'll pick another demo to try. He pushes the stroller into your path. His smile is electric as he aggressively offers you a flyer. Welcome to the building. Here, take one of these. Our next show is this Saturday. It's a great way to meet your neighbors and their pets. It's not really my scene, but thanks. Oh, not a problem at all, he replies, though he still holds up the flyer, so looking at it is unavoidable. It reads Pet Drag Show in bold letters with the theme rough and tough in smaller text underneath. Amazing. Looks like it happens every month at the cafe and the community center right next to the building. However, the text isn't the most captivating part. The rest of the flyer is a picture of an elegant magical creature that looks like a dog? Perhaps? Maybe a cat? Something like a ferret? The man tucks the flyer into your grocery bags, and it's then that you get a peek at the entity in the stroller, the purple creature from the picture. She peers at you curiously from behind heart-shaped glasses, a feather boa wrapped delicately around her neck. What the heck? She's got a little horn. What is that? Not what? Who? The man corrects, bending the stroller to scratch under the dog cat thing's ears. It makes a working noise like a crow. This is Peppermint, Miss Pep. To her adoring fans, she's my familiar. You feel your eyes widen. Having a familiar takes a rare gift. The man must be at least as powerful as your grandmother was. Seeing your odd expression, the man demurs quickly. I've just always been good with magical creatures. Honestly, she chose me. You're glad Peppermint is wearing glasses. You feel like you might look right into your... It feels like it might look right into your soul. Its tongue lolls out of its mouth as the man pets it. So, will I see you at Miss Pep's next show? I want to be consistent. I want to see what happens. Sorry, it's really not my thing. Well, at least you have a flyer, the man says with an aw shucks expression. Put it up on your fridge and you can look at this darling face whenever you want. He looks like he's about to leave to find his next mark when he stops. Oh, silly me. I didn't even introduce myself. His smile this time is a little more shy. I'm Gulshan. Miss Pep is the real star anyway. He sighs fondly. It's our world. I'm just living in it. Anyway, toodles for now. Hope to see you on Saturday. Ladybug charm! Go in deck. Okay, what do we got here? Absorbs moisture, reducing the relative humidity for plants in this section. You know what? I do have an overwatered plant that could benefit from a ladybug charm. The dude is ensorcelled by his pet. That is certainly the vibe. Okay, it is almost in its happy water zone. And you are fine. You could use pruning. You could use water. And you're just vibing. How do we... feel like you're not doing anything. Maybe you could use fertilized, actually. Helps them root out more quickly. I'm not quite sure what that means. Yeah, some of them change very rapidly, it feels like. But you know what? You can always just kill them. You can always just kill all your plants. But you know, everything seems mostly fine. If things just need pruned, it's not that big a deal. Hey, this guy's not overwatered anymore. Yay, you're gonna be happy. Happy plant. I want more plants. But I think I have to wait until I get more cards that I can discard for more plants. Well, anyway, this feels like a good time to wrap up because none of my plants really are desperate for anything. So this has been Greenhearth Necromancer. It's very cute. It's fairly cozy. I like it a lot. Because I kept playing it for like another 14 minutes after I said I was going to stop. So be sure to check it out on Steam during Next Fest.